thank you for everyone from the listening audience that joined us for this great lecture presentation that we had with Dr. Reverend Phil Valentine, Baba Sanu, on last Saturday. On Saturday, we appreciate those people that joined us from around the world. With these live streams, that was the second time that we ever did that before. Of many. That's right. We had a lot of brothers and sisters from out of town that came out. I hope a lot
this week.
Yeah, come back this week because we have a great show that's lined up. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But let's just first start off by. Let me introduce my guest that we have in the studio with us today. This is a brother. He's in the Soul Vivers Nation, member of the Soul Vivers Nation, and I asked the brother to come on because the brother has a very good story. It's something that we need to talk about in our community. This brother was incarcerated, went in, I would say, dumb, deaf, and blind when he when he walked in the doors, but when he came out, he had somewhat of an African mind. But brother name is Kai. He's here. He's a native of Tubman City. I think he's from Banneker City originally, but he's here with us in Tubman City. And this brother's going to do great work and great things in our community. And brother, did you want to say something just to start off?
I'll just say peace to everybody that's listening and everybody that's watching. I'd just like to thank Brother Jabari for inviting me out, and it's an honor, pleasure to be here with y'all this evening.
Okay. Brother Darren, did you want to have an opening statement before you?
I want to get right into the show and the flow. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my big brother, of course, the ambassador for Pan-Africanism and Black nationalism, Brother Keedy, Awadu, and all the brothers and sisters for LIB Network for making this show possible for us to come on now for the third week. And we're going to keep coming long and strong, but thank those that are listening right now, those that are watching, and those that we're anticipating are going to be joining us online, if not tonight, in the very near future. So that's my opening comment. But, of course, you know, I'll make my opening my closing.
Right.
My closing my opening. So let's keep the flow going.
That's right. And for those that don't know, Brother Darren Muhammad, he's the talk show, radio show of State of the City here in Tubman City, which y'all call Baltimore, in case anybody got it twisted. Baltimore, Maryland. So many of y'all watch The Wire, The Corner, and those different shows. Stop Snitching 2. Oh yeah, matter of fact, Brother Darren Muhammad. Yeah, Brother Darren Muhammad is the brother that you see switching back and forth on the Stop Snitching 2 DVD, and we will have that brother in, the brother who produced the Stop Snitching, Rodney Bethea, part 1 and 2.
That's right.
We're gonna have the brother in the studio, and we're gonna have some real discussion, some real dialogue around the Stop Snitching DVD.
Right.
Possibly next week we're gonna shoot for that?
Get him in next week.
Okay. We'll have
so make
it in.
sure you let everybody know.
Right. So I know many people know about the Stop Snitching, so we're gonna be live, and we'll probably have the brother in the studio with us next week, because we're gonna deal with some real issues on this show. We're gonna deal with some real issues, the hip hop community and different things. We're gonna be bringing in brothers and sisters from the street so we can get their perspectives and persuasions and different things. We're gonna be dealing with some real issues here on Tubman City Live. So, Brother Kai, while we talking about the state of hip hop, we talking about the state of our community. Just starting off, brother. I mean, just let the studio audience just briefly know what your story is and how you came to consciousness and your battles in life right now.
Well, I think that basically my story is much like a lot of young brothers out there right now. I grew up in D.C. Around about when D.C. was really murder capital, like in late '80s. Like I saw a lot as a young. I was about 7, 8 years old. I saw people getting shot right in front of me, right in front of our building. A lot of stuff. We was moved away out of town and came back to town. Came back in town and not much had changed. So just growing up with no father at all, no father figures, I got uncles, but they was away. I mean, just only my only role models was what I saw on the street. That's what I look up to. Like that's where I got my principles from. I was indoctrinated by the streets, and for the most part, those brothers that I looked up to, they didn't have any positive people in their life. So it was pretty much the blind leading the blind, and I just pretty much adapted to my surroundings. It was pretty much like if you're going to be out there, you had to do what you had to do. So like I had to prove that, you know what I'm saying, I could be out there, and I broke the law, possession, stolen cars, weapons, um, burglaries, things of that nature. I was incarcerated for 4 years and 8 months. I got locked up. I was about 17. Came home. I got moved. Well, while I was locked up, that's when I first became educated. I began to educate myself. I found father figures in the ancestors and the scholars, and they taught me, especially of course Malcolm X. And something that means something a lot to me is that, you know, my life was similar to Malcolm X's father. We was born on the same day, May 19th, both locked up for burglaries. And so I kind of drew close to Malcolm X and his autobiography, along with a lot of other things. And when I came home, I was on fire. You know, I was looking for people of like mind, you know, thought like me, a revolutionary mind state, ready to do the work. Found Soul Survivors Nation, and here we are.
All right. Yeah, Brother Kai, I mean, like I said, Brother Darren, did you have something you wanted to ask him real quick before I wanted to ask him to do something for us?
No, brother, please. Let's keep the flow going.
Okay.
Don't stop, Brother Kai, brother.
Yeah. Brother Kai is a member, and many of y'all on the LIB listening audience, y'all heard of the Unified Die album and the Conscious Heads. Y'all very familiar with that. But under us, we do have another project that's coming out soon, called The Sons of Nat. And these are the younger brothers and sisters of the Soul Survivors Nation. Brother Kai is a member of the Sons of Nat. And we talking about fathers being not being in the homes and different things. And I remember we had a program that was down at the DJS, Department of Juvenile Services here in Baltimore. And if you ask the brothers in DJS and you sit around and have a real conversation, say, okay, was your father home in the house? 95% of the different classes that we had would tell you that their father wasn't in the home and probably had something negative or something bad to say about their father. Man, I don't mess with him no more, man. I don't deal with him like that. You know what I mean? Different things. We're gonna get into that conversation. One of these shows, we're gonna really deal with that because, man, that's a very serious issue. Black male-female relationships and how it affects that young child, that seed that's coming up into the world. Brother Kai, you have a verse that you wrote. We have a song that we dedicated to fathers, and he has a verse for the song. We'll Dance with My Father. Again, the father song we have for Sons of Nat. If you could, if you don't mind, to go a cappella with that.
Thanks
Probably
for that, bro.
still-
Put me on the spot.
Probably now. If you can hear, can you still?
They can see us, but they can't hear us. Can't even see us either. I think he said go down, but they still. He said go down, but they still hear us.
Okay. If you're listening to us again and you want to tune in, you want to call in and join us. The number is 443-602-9906. We are Tubman City Live. Brother Kai was getting ready to kick the father, his verse from the father song we had for the Sons of Nat.
I understand that man created his own conditions, but my dad, he left the pad without a pot to piss, and now I'm wishing that he never really made that decision. Did he know that I grew up in the penal system? Can you listen? Allow me to paint you a picture so you can picture my pain. It still disturbed me to mention that instance when he broke my mother's jaw in the kitchen. I was small, but I recall the blood hitting the dishes. Now I'm grown, and I'm prone to put my hand on the stove, even though I know it's hot. I'm still sweating my block, and the man that brought us here left us here to rot. So a lost black boy's more jobs for cops. So I don't dance, all I do is this. And I'm pissed cause this is so serious. I keep my black fist clenched, son of the movement, warrior ancestors. Why I ain't heard my strength and heard my gifts, cause you left us here on the bricks. And the fact that you don't care really making me sick. So I never danced with my dad in my house. The only thing I did was 2 steps and walked it out.
Yeah. All right. That's real serious, brother Kai. Like I said, man, the Sons of Nat album will be out in the next 3 weeks.